Good evening, Mayor Barnett, City Council. I too, like many before me, have decided to amend my remarks some tonight, and I guess I would like to start by thanking Mr. Pixley for his proposed resolution and the fact that he recognized the point that just because you may be able to do something, it may not be the right thing to do. And so what I'd like to talk about tonight briefly is one of the things I did this weekend is I spent a few hours walking my neighborhood and obtaining some signatures on a petition that other people were getting through the subdivision. And what I did was when I went to each door, I introduced myself again if they didn't know me or didn't recognize me with my big hat on, and I explained, I asked the question first, are you aware of the reservoir project? Most people were not. I said, there are really two factors to this. There's a business case, which I said would take me all afternoon to talk about, and I really don't want to talk about that. So what I want to talk about is the bond that we've all voted to pay for, and the use of that as something other than a park. And when I started to explain that to people, they kind of cocked their head and they looked at me like, what? And pretty much when I would say that to everybody, they all said, give me that piece of paper, I'll sign that. I don't think that's right. The second point I'd like to make is the use of park property for something other than a park. It's not a new thing here in Rochester Hills. I've been in this city for 51 years, and maybe don't look like it, but I was here since I was 6 months old. And I remember on Riverbend Park when they wanted to put Lifetime Fitness there, all right, and there was a huge fight over that. And I remember on Riverbend Park when they wanted to put the retention basin for the Hamlin Adams LLC. It's not the first time we've tried to use park property for something other than the voters intended. And I guess I'll talk to a couple of the other neighborhoods. The Thornridge neighborhood talked about pledging resources to fight it legally if necessary, and Bridgewood Farms did. And I'll have you know that I met with my homeowners board. We had an emergency meeting. We talked about the risk and the precedent to the city. And we talked about the fact that we have Riverbend Park and it's been under siege before. In my subdivision, although we're not near the water reservoirs, we pledged $1,000, a nominal amount, but we pledged $1,000 towards any legal defense that would have been required. So just wanted to let you know that. Thanks very much.